What's up guys, welcome to Smartwatch Race. In today's video I am going to be comparing Fitbit Versa 3 versus Fitbit Versa 2. This is this guy here, and I'm gonna go head to head between the two guys. What is the difference? If you already own this, should you upgrade? Which is better? Okay, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna go from design to fitness tracking to media features to battery life. Okay, I'm gonna go I'm gonna talk about price as well, right? But before that, please, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and of course click on that notification button to get updates from me whenever I upload a video like this. Alright guys, let's begin. I'm gonna start with design. When you look at these two smartwatches, what do you see? It's pretty much the same design. Nothing has changed. This looked a bit more like the Versa. Okay, this is more curved. Okay, and according to specs, this is specified 1.58 the display, and this is specified 1.4. So this has a slightly larger display than the Versa 2. And when you talk about dimension, this the Versa 3 here is a little bit more compact than the Versa 2. But as far as compactness is concerned, these two smartwatches are very compact and are also very lightweight. Okay, I wear these two. I wore this throughout yesterday, and I never felt like I should remove it from my wrist. Same also goes for the Versa 2. So as far as design is concerned, these two guys are pretty much the same. AMOLED display, which as you can see here is very colorful and can easily be read. Touchscreen and whatever. All right, let's talk about the differences in the design. We have Fitbit calls this the Infinity Band. This is a new band for the Versa 3. Okay, you just need to put this, identify that hole that fits your wrist, and this is just how to put on the band. It's pretty easy to put, once you get the hack of it. And then this has a buckle, so the bands are different. Okay, and another difference in design is that Fitbit has opted for a haptic button instead of the physical button on the Versa 2. Okay, Fitbit claims the haptic button will help improve the water resistance capability of the Versa 3. And as far as I'm concerned, I prefer the button here on the Versa 2 than the haptic button here. The haptic button can be, oftentimes frustrating. You need to really press this hard for it to respond. Okay, you need to press it really hard. That for me is disappointing. Okay, and that is one of the differences in design as far as these two are concerned. In terms of interface, the Versa 3 has a better interface than the Versa 3. For instance, just swiping, need to work this up. When you swipe right, you get to see your quick panel settings, and this you need to swipe down. Okay, and swipe down again and tap on this to see the quick panel settings. Okay, so it takes you a little more steps to access your quick panel, unlike the Versa 3, which just needs you to swipe right to access that. And again, you can now configure shortcuts for the Versa 3. Now on the Versa 2 here, you need to swipe down. There's a shortcut already, but you cannot customize that. You just need to swipe down and swipe down again, and you need to swipe down again. As you can see here, this is a shortcut, just 2. Meanwhile, with the Versa 3, by double pressing the haptic button, you get to see your shortcut. Okay, these are my favorite apps shortcuts. Okay, and to customize this, I've already added settings to my favorite apps, so it is easier for me to set this adjust settings on the Versa tree. Now when you go to shortcuts here and tap on it, as you can see here, so this is left button shortcut. You can add just what you want to add here. Meanwhile, the Versa tree allows you to add the same left button shortcut. At the same time, double pressing the button will allow you to customize your favorite app shortcut. And this is new to the Versa tree, which the Versa 2 here lacks. And then let's talk about widgets. The Versa tree has widgets. Okay, when you swipe up, work this up. When you swipe up, you get to see your widgets. When you swipe up, you get to see your widgets. You have 5 widgets in total. Okay, and you can actually manage this widget by tapping on manage here. And as you can see, we have 5 different widgets which you can customize. This is not available on the Versa 2. Another difference in interface is that we now have the Fitbit Today app here. You can just tap on that. A similar feature to that on the Versa 2 is that you need to swipe up to access Fitbit Today. And as you can see, when you go to settings, you can only add 7 stars to Fitbit Today. Meanwhile, on Versa 3, you can add all stars to the Fitbit Today. Okay, and you can edit this if you want. Okay, and you can remove any of this if you want, just as you can do on the Versa 2. So the Versa 3 has a better interface, offers easier accessibility. The only downside to the Versa 3 is this haptic button here, which for me, I don't really fancy it. So in terms of design, this has a better design. All right, guys, let's talk about the fitness tracking features of these 2 smartwatches. Each of these 2 will track your steps, your sleep, your sleep stages like the REM sleep, awake time, deep, and what have you. Each of these will track your heart rate and will also allow you in terms of normal heart rate levels. And each of these will allow you to manage stress via the Relax app. Okay, each of these also offers you 20 preset workout modes, which you can choose from. And each of these, of course, auto tracks 6 of these sport modes. However, the biggest difference, for me, the most important feature on the Versa 3 is that it has an inbuilt GPS, which the Versa 2 here lacks. Now, with inbuilt GPS on the Versa 3, you can actually work out outdoors, track your routes, track your locations, track your pace in real time without carrying a connected phone along. Now, that comes with a lot of convenience. This lacks inbuilt GPS. What the heck? A fitness-focused smartwatch lacks an inbuilt GPS? That shouldn't be. And this is what the Versa 3 tries to fix. The Versa 3 here has inbuilt GPS, which for me is a very important one. Okay, the other feature that I want to talk about is that the Versa 3 has an improved heart rate track sensor. Okay, Fitbit calls this the multi-part heart rate tracker. Heart rate sensor with improved algorithm. When you compare these 2, there is a much difference. There is a more difference when I compared the 2. Okay, the discrepancies were just about 2 figures apart. Okay, now let's see what this looks like. As you can see, this is what the heart rate sensor of this tool looks like. The discrepancy is just about 1 to 2 figures apart. Another new feature in terms of fitness tracking, the Versa 3 here offers you the feature that allows you to log your temperature, and this can help you monitor your temperature changes. However, for you to be able to manage skin temperature variations over time, you need to subscribe to Fitbit Premium for you to be able to monitor skin temperature variations over time on the Versa 3. But this allows you to log temperature, which the Versa 2 lacks. Let's talk about the shortcuts for exercises. When you go to the exercise app, you'll notice that the Versa 2 here allows you to only have 7 exercises in the shortcut list, and then for you to adjust this, you need to tap on more, and then you can actually select any of these you want to add to the shortcut. But you have a maximum of 7 exercises that you can add to the shortcut list. However, on the Versa 3, you don't have any limitation in terms of having exercises on the shortcut. You have all exercises now available on the shortcut list. You can easily choose whichever you want to back on. And that's a nice improvement on the Versa 3, which the Versa 2 lacks. Alright guys, let's talk about the SpO2 sensor, okay, which Fitbit says will be able to track your blood oxygen overnight. This is the SpO2 watch face, okay. With this watch face, when you wear the Versa 2 to sleep and you wake up, you get to see your blood oxygen level, okay. I mean, the Versa 2 as well as the Versa 3 calculates your blood oxygen level from 80% to 100%. So these two guys here allow you to track your blood oxygen levels. These two guys here also allow you to also feature the active zone minutes, which was introduced to Fitbit Charge 4. With active zone minutes, you can be able to set targets. I mean, if you're going to choose the moderate, which is 150 minutes in a week, or if you're going to choose the 75 for vigorous activities for a week, 75 minutes. So these two can help you achieve that goal, okay. As you can see, I haven't actually worked out this week, okay. You need to achieve 22 active zone minutes per day for you to meet the target of 150 minutes as far as moderate exercise is concerned. Alright guys, let's talk about the media features of these two smartwatches. Now I am quite disappointed. And I have to state this clearly, because I mean, we are moving from this guy to this guy. I mean, we need a lot of improvements, okay. My Galaxy Watch Active 2 is not nearby. The Galaxy Watch Active 2 allows you to easily add music, okay, to the smartwatch, to the Active 2, okay, from your phone, from the Galaxy Wearable app. Now I can add personal music to the Active 2 from my computer, but with the Versa 3, you cannot add personal music, okay. Now these two guys here allow you to control Spotify playlists on your phone. You can add, you can download Deezer playlists, okay, to any of these two, and you can also download Pandora stations for US residents only to any of these two. But you can only add your personal music to the Versa 2. You cannot do that with the Versa 3. Now that is a big turn off as far as I am concerned. Now the Versa 3 has a loudspeaker. As you look at the bottom here, you will see a loudspeaker. But the loudspeaker on the Versa 3, which the Versa 2 lacks, is pretty much useless as far as I'm concerned. With the Versa 2, okay, I can actually, when a call comes in, I can tap on the green phone icon, okay, and I will continue the call on my connected phone. Now I can also do that with the Versa 3, okay. Despite having a loudspeaker, you cannot talk directly from the Versa 3 Okay, if a call comes in, all that you can do is to answer it here and continue that call on your phone. And that is a big disappointment as far as I am concerned. And the loudspeaker here does not allow you, it doesn't allow you to hear Alexa reply to you, okay? And the loudspeaker also does not allow you to play media files allowed from the Versa 3. So that defeats the purpose of having a loudspeaker in the first place on the Versa 3. If I cannot use this loudspeaker to play music aloud, I cannot hear Alexa reply me aloud. I mean, I cannot talk directly from this smartwatch to answer calls. Then of course the loudspeaker is pretty much useless. Let's talk about notifications. As far as notification is concerned, nothing much has changed. Okay, now if I want to reply to this message, I just tap on reply here, and now I can reply with my voice. I can reply with emojis, or I can reply with this custom quick replies. Okay, we have 5 quick replies in maximum. Okay, and that applies, same thing applies for the Versa 3. You can reply with the microphone here with your voice. You can reply with the quick replies here, and then you can reply with emojis. The only difference here is that the interface has changed a bit. So guys, let's talk about the battery life of these two smartwatches. As far as battery life is concerned, when I charged the Versa 2 and the Versa 3, I had to charge these two smartwatches to full, okay? And this has an inbuilt GPS, right? And I use this to track my outdoor workout 1 hour in each of those days. I still got about 5 days plus, right, of battery life. Okay, this guy here lacks inbuilt GPS, and you know inbuilt GPS actually drains battery. Okay, now this guy lacks inbuilt GPS. When I charge it to full, it also got me an average of 5 days plus. Okay, now if you remove the inbuilt GPS function on the Versa 3, I mean I had to work out with this smartwatch every single day. When I was testing this 2 battery life, okay, I had to work out with it outdoor, and I used the inbuilt GPS for 1 good hour, all right, and I still got about 5 days battery life on average. So when you remove that, these 2 guys here, this gives me a longer battery life than the Versa 2. Now, in terms of charging, if you want to charge the Versa 2, you need to open this up, put it in, then you start charging it up. Now, Fitbit has introduced a magnetic charger instead of the charging dock used for the Versa 2. Now, to charge the Versa 3 here, you just need to make sure that the cord that extends from this charger is directly opposite to the haptic button here. So this just snaps at the back, and that is it. Okay, and this also offers fast charging. I mean, it took me less than an hour to charge the Versa 3 here compared to the Versa 2 that took me an hour plus to charge. So guys, that is for the battery life and the charging methods. Now I'm talking about the prices. This guy here costs $229, while the Versa 2 here costs about $180. So should you upgrade? Should you upgrade? Well, if you want inbuilt GPS, okay, then of course it is worth upgrading. But if you don't want inbuilt GPS, I don't think you should upgrade. I mean, there's nothing new on the Versa 3. I mean, it has fast charging. This guy takes 1 hour plus to charge. You cannot add your personal music here. That's a big turn off. And the physical button here makes it makes it a lot easier to navigate. Okay, I am kind of frustrated by the haptic button on the Versa 3. Okay, so if you ask me, should you upgrade? I will tell you, if you are upgrading because you want inbuilt GPS because of the conveniences that comes with that, then of course go ahead and upgrade. Otherwise, you don't need to upgrade. So which is a better smartwatch? Of course, this is a better smartwatch, but it has a lot of downsides. it has some few downsides. Okay, the loudspeaker on this smartwatch is pretty useless, and the haptic button here is not, I'm not a fan of it. Alright guys, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Until next time, goodbye.